Rev. Hey, Al. What's poppin', Al? RJ's in the house. What's the deal, son? La-da-dee, la-da-da, la-da-dee, la-da-da. I've been out here 10 minutes. I have not seen any lanternflies. As it gets colder, I think they become dormant. Or maybe Bria stomped on all of them. I think Bria might have killed them all. Could you imagine an organization that kills babies? They have, as of today's reporting, Hamas has now beheaded infants, videotaped, of course, and beheaded newborns. There should be no trial. Trial by fire. I've had, when something like this happens, there's always two sides. I've had a lot of people get in my comments overnight saying some really uncool stuff. Usually I'll call them douchebags, but this is too sensitive, so I just left it. There has been a beef between Palestine and Israel for 75 years. And whatever side you take, you cannot justify kidnapping, raping, torturing, and murdering infants and civilians. If you say, well, Israel, for years they've done this, so this is okay, then you're a moron. If you're going to justify rapes, murders, kidnapping, and the slaughter of innocent little babies from either side, then you are trash. Yeah, but Israel sent a missile and they killed some babies. I get that. I don't ever remember, I followed this very closely. I don't ever remember Israel going and beheading babies and filming it and I'm disgusted. I have no desire to do the news when it's horrific, horrible things. I like to do the news about the guy who got stabbed on the R train because he stepped on a guy's shoe. I don't even like that, but that's pushing it. This is just sickening. So we're going to start the news now. Before I do, everybody wants to see me with the mayor. That's what you wanted to see. You're like, Boogie Bob, where's you in the mayor? Okay, here he is. The mayor showed up on my show yesterday. He was like, Boogie Bob, I want to be on your show. Watch closely.
You are about to witness the greatest show in the world.
Mr. Mayor, that was fantastic. Your words were beautiful. God bless you, my friend.
Hi, Boogie Bob.
Hey, girl.
Hello.
Congratulations on all you're doing.
Hey, Boogie Bob.
Oh, I love you.
What's happening, Oscar?
The mayor was like, Boogie Bob, can I be on your show? I said, I'm a little busy. He goes, please. What am I going to do, tell the mayor no? So the mayor is now in the intro. If you didn't get a chance to see it, make sure you check out the protest, the prayer vigil, and the mayor and prominent Jewish congressmen and women and the leader of the Anti-Defamation League, all these guys were there, senators, everybody was there to speak out against these atrocities going on in Israel. And today, to put it in perspective, there was more Jewish people killed in the last 3 days than there was all the way since World War II. Since the atrocities of World War II, we said never again, and it's happening. You guys see me do the monk thing. You always see me get up and show you, oh, here's the monk, he's going to rip me off. You always wonder, what do they give you? They give you this. This little piece of crap's going to cost you $60. And the grammatically not spelled correctly. It says, work smoothly, lifetime peace. Work smoothly, lifetime peace. This little baby could be yours for $60 if you go to Times Square and you get a monk. And don't get me wrong, it's a nice little, it's not even a sticker, it's just a... We're not going to talk about my 49ers being 5-0. I just don't think it's fair to do at this juncture. La-da-dee, la-da-da, la-da-dee, la-da-da. She gets up every morning just to do her makeup. I finally found out what FAFO means. If you F around and find out, it's an acronym, or a synonym, or a somethingum. It's a somethingum. It's a... I like it. It's like FUBAR. F'd up beyond all recognition. Let's get on with the news. Joe Biden just went on the air, says we back Israel 100%. We're going to send them everything they need. Hamas threatens to kill 150 hostages. That's what they were doing yesterday or Saturday. Well, they rained 2,000 missiles down as a distraction and a killing. They went in and grabbed as many people as they could, and they're going to use those as human shields. And it's very effective to kidnap people. You have to understand, Hamas doesn't care about their own citizens. So if Israel went in there, they won't. But if they went in there and just started shooting people on the street, anyone, Hamas wouldn't give a shit. They are holding human shields. If you fight back, we will kill the hostages. They have about 150. Right now, there's been 14 confirmed Americans dead. Now, Americans are not more important than this country or that country. We're all humans, but it's just to keep, if you're keeping score. If you're an American, 14 Americans have been murdered, and many have been abducted. I'm not going to show the pictures of babies all bloody and stuff. Let's all agree that it's horrific and horrible, and let's talk about it. We'll be talking about it for months to come. But here, almost every page is the victims and stuff, and I don't think it would be. Family of 5 slaughtered. Mother shields her son. This poor girl here, and we'll move on from this. I always feel like I'm ripping you off if I don't get this poor girl here. It's in the back of that truck. Kidnappers have called the parents and said, your daughter's here, we're raping her. Just horrible, horrific. I never say this, I hope every single one of those kidnappers rots in hell and dies a horrible death. I don't like to add to any suffering of anyone. be very careful what you post on the internet or what you don't post on the internet. So far, everybody has stood up and said that we support Israel. Well, Kylie Jenner, one of the most famous women on the planet, she's a billionaire, 21-year-old billionaire, the richest of the Kardashians. She put on there, I support Israel. And then people got in the comments, just like they have in my comments, and said, no, they're bad people. And she got scared and took it down. And now she's being dragged. As many celebrities stay silent, Kylie Jenner went one further by further posting support for Israel on Instagram, but taking it down. Because I'm going to say right now, very, very clearly, I support Israel. If you're from another country and you don't, that's fine. But I support Israel. Not all of their policies or their politics. I support them being victims of this horrific, horrible slaughter. I stand by them and will stand by them until this is rectified. That's facts. This is some of the stuff that I've been at. I've been working nonstop, so thank God I haven't had to cover it as much as I usually do with the rallies in Times Square. I will be there today just to support anyone who could use a hug. We're on page 15 and it's still blood and guts. Here's one. Here's a moron. Let's get back to the regular killing. The regular New York killing. Taste of free, dumb. There's a guy. Escapee. He's an escapee. When you're an escapee, you hide from cops. You don't talk to cops, you avoid cops. This guy went into a damn police station. After escaping from police custody at Mount Sinai West, Daryl Stevens showed up at the Midtown North Precinct station house to get belongings that were left there after he was busted. So he got busted. They probably took his cell phone and his car keys or his lighter, whatever's in his pocket, they take. He escaped. And he went to the police station and he said, hey, I came to get my car keys. I was arrested yesterday. Now I escaped, but I want to get my belongings. Something that I thought of this morning, guys, this ring, this little crappy ring, it's a biker and he's smoking a cigar. I bought this ring, I think for like $8 or $9, 25 years ago. I bought it for a friend of mine who's a biker. And he lives in Las Vegas. He lives in Nevada. And I bought it because I love him. And I wanted to give him a gift. Saw it online, I bought it. Came to my home. It sat in my sock drawer for 25 years. I've worn it once or twice on the show. I didn't buy it for me. I'm not going to wear this. I bought it for my friend who's a biker. I thought he would enjoy it. He died yesterday. I never sent it. I've been guilty of that my whole life. Wanting to do something kind for a friend and then not following through because of my own issues, or I want to send it to him, but I got to go to the post office and find a box. And now my friend will never have his ring. It just made me feel really bad that I let him down. He doesn't even know I bought it for him. Just go out to his mailbox. I wish a year ago, he would have went out to his mailbox and opened it and go, oh my God, Bob, you moron, this is funny. Or I hate it, or I love it. Don't put off, if you can help it, don't put off, because it's important. I bought my father, he loved Mickey Mantle, I bought him 3 Mickey Mantle golf balls from the Mickey Mantle store the day that I met Mickey Mantle. Got my dad a Mickey Mantle autograph, and I didn't send it to him on time, and my dad died, and I put the golf balls in his casket. Don't put off today if you can help. If you got something to deliver, a phone call, a message, a gift, do it today. We're not promised tomorrow. Migrants are being mugged. You're mugging migrants. Muggers are equal opportunity offenders. 4 migrants were mugged in 2 incidents near city-run shelters over the weekend. One of the suspects believed to be a member of the Mexican-American street gang. Guys, for years, when there is an ethnic group, for instance, when Italians settled here in the early 1900s, late 1800s, 1900s, you see The Godfather. They settle here, who do they get preyed upon? Well, Italians. When the Irish settled here in Hell's Kitchen, who preyed upon them? Irish. People have a tendency to flock on their own. If you see the costume characters in Times Square, all of Spanish descent, I'm not sure what country, let's say Ecuador, I'm just saying Ecuador. They target Latinos from those countries because A, they speak the language, and B, they can intimidate them. If you're ever out there and you're watching the Minnie Mouses, they see a Spanish person walking towards them, they flock on them. So it appears to be Mexican Americans are street gangs. Sereno 13 was arrested along with several others for robbing asylum seekers. Shame on you. You're like, well, what are they going to get? Well, a lot of these asylum seekers are given cell phones. Probably got his cell phone. They're also given subway cards. Subway cards are expensive. $100. Unlimited card. I think. I don't know. I don't think the subway like that. RFK Jr. This is Robert Kennedy Jr.'s son. Or RFK, Robert Kennedy. His son, as all the Kennedys are Democrats, his son is in love with Trump. His son says, I am going to run as an independent to just, he knows he has absolutely zero chance. He'll get like 2% of the vote. But it's just enough to destroy Biden's attempt. We got a man over here screaming. Who does that? She gets up every morning just to do her makeup. Gotta do her makeup. Robert Kennedy Jr. yesterday said, I am going to be a disruptor. His family came out and said, my father would be disgusted by him. They literally said, my father would be disgusted by him. I say, if you want to run, you run. I don't do that. I don't say that. Gigi Hadid, she a bad one, son. And Bradley Cooper. Now that is not no damn Bradley Cooper. I know that. Holy shit, it looks like an old Bradley Cooper. Am I the only person that stays young? I'm going to be 30 this year, November 5th. I'll be 30 years old. I can't. Okay. They have mirrors now. If you go to do a self-service checkout, you ever see the guys that go to the store and they're checking out their groceries? They ain't swiping nothing. That's where you steal. Hi, beep, beep, beep. They ain't swiping nothing, bruh. Well, now they got mirrors at the checkouts. Amid the increasing number of self-service checkout stations cropping up in supermarkets and other stores, companies have devised a unique measure to deter potential shoplifters. Mirrors. The method was first detailed in a Mashable article last year, but has gone viral. They got mirrors, two-way mirrors. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis. Both were regulars. He was my boss. She was there all the time. They're still alive and strong. They were in True Romance. True Lies. Excuse me, True Lies. Jamie Lee Curtis just won an Academy Award. Good for her. A couple people, including Rev, said good luck today on the new Jean George. It's tomorrow. So I apologize if I said today. I've had a very, very busy week. It's tomorrow, and then Thursday I start a brand new place. It's going to be my best place I've ever had because they have so much work for me. So I'm really excited about that. God closes the door, he opens a window. I'm going to climb through that window, bitch. Sorry. All right. Oh my goodness. What the heck is that? I'm taking you there. You see the reflecting pool. This is where World Trade Center 1 used to stand. This is where World Trade Center 2 used to stand. They now have made these beautiful reflecting pools. Here's the names around the granite. Here's a person trying to jump in yesterday to kill himself. First of all, it's only about 20 feet deep. So I don't know, maybe it's deeper, I don't know. World Trade Center Memorial Jumper rescued by PA cop. Plunge bust at the 9/11 pool. Now you're going to kill yourself at the damn 9/11 pool. A 33-year-old Manhattan man jumped into the North Pool at the 9/11 Memorial in the museum on Monday afternoon and survived with just a leg injury while awaiting criminal charges. The NYPD responded to the World Trade Center site around 1:30 p.m. at the Port Authority. Cop saw the man. Oh yeah, by the way, PA is not Pennsylvania, it's Port Authority. He saw the man leap into one of the two retired tiered reflecting pools. He climbed down and grabbed him. A man was a damn hero. Obviously you're mentally ill, you're distraught, something. Drugs, I don't know. A video shown on X. By the way, that used to be Twitter. Cousin Vinny's in the house. Cousin Vinny, how have you been? Video posted on X shows the man lying down on the 18-inch deep water. 18 inches, a foot and a half. For those of you keeping score at home. He slowly slides headfirst and drops 20 feet to the lower part. The guy drops 20 feet. Witnesses gasped. They gasped. Witnesses gasped in horror. Police said the man suffered an injury to his leg and was in stable condition. As he was being rescued, two cops robbed him on the R train. Two cops chased down a Long Island duo. Oh, here's one of them damn bugs. You gotta go, Playboy. Sorry. There you go. I wore gray today so you can see the bugs. They don't clash with my outfit. Two people were busted on Long Island after leading cops on a wild chase in a stolen car that was full of drugs. I always say, if you're going to run from cops, do it in a car full of drugs. The year was 1982. Me and my boys were cruising around our town. Sitting there smoking weed in the car. One of my friends says, pull over, I gotta pee. What do you do when you're 18 or 19 and you're a moron? You pull over in a residential neighborhood and you get out and take a pee in someone's front yard. Cops pull up. Cuff us. Search us. And my friend's got cocaine in his pocket. And I learned that day to never get out and take a pee when you got cocaine in your pocket. Don't do illegal stuff while you're doing illegal stuff. When I do my live and you see me and I go, shut up, there's cops. It's a joke, but it's serious. That's part of my younger childhood. I see cops, I'd be like, 10 to 2. Seatbelts on. Hello, officer. How are you, sir? Don't do a crime while you're doing a crime. Write it down. You heard it here first. These morons are running around in a stolen car with drugs in it. I was watching YouTube yesterday, and a guy was with his mom driving down a highway, and a cop pulls him over and he's doing 85 in a 65. Cop says, you know you're speeding? Oh, yeah, sir, I'm sorry about that. Guy saying all the right things. Nice kid. Nice kid. Cop gives him a ticket. He sits in the car for a while. They make small talk. And the cop says, just so you know, I smelled marijuana in your car. Oh, no, well, my mom has a card for marijuana. Yeah, but, you know, marijuana is legal in Arizona. But it's not legal on a federal level. And I'm a federal officer, and you are driving down a federal highway, so I'm going to search the car. 2 kilos of heroin, 160,000 fentanyl pills. This nice kid and his mom. Because he was speeding. His ass should have been in the slow lane like this. So, I'd like you to learn on this channel. If you're going to traffic in heroin and fentanyl pills, drive slow. Drive slow. Whenever I drive slow, I have heroin in my... Kanye West allegedly, reportedly, has told his wife that she is to never talk again and only eat and wear what he says. And she has signed a contract to say, yes, I believe that. Now, I know she wants to come up and have a billionaire boyfriend, but really? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. Man slain in a party. Gunplay. A gunplay doesn't usually mean a shootout. It usually means some douchebag was sitting there with a gun. A 22-year-old man was killed and 8 others shot. That's not gunplay. You ever seen the video where the guy picks up the gun and he's like, oh, look at this. This is crazy. I want to look in the barrel. What's this trigger thing? Don't touch guns. Don't know what you're doing. Do not touch guns and assume that every single gun is loaded. I told you yesterday, if you watch the show, hold on. Now let me do that again without my hand there. I went, hold on. That's a trick we do in the news. There's no booger, but you kind of want to why, right? So you do the thing, and you do the thing. That's a behind-the-scenes Boogie Bob exclusive. It's no Booger Tuesday. What kind of example would I be for your children if I had boogers dangling down? Shut up, there's a cop. Three teens busted in Chelsea LGBTQ plus attack. Showed you 4 of them yesterday. I said they'll be busted by the time I do the show tomorrow. 4 kids sitting there in 4K like this. Here's a picture. Some lady gets up in the morning, she's reading the paper, and she goes, "Hey, honey, there's Donna. There's Donna, Steve, and Mike." I said they'd be busted. They're busted. Cops have nabbed 3 of the baby-faced thugs accused of hurling anti-LGBTQ plus slurs at a 72-year-old man while beating him in Chelsea. A 72-year-old man. Calling him slurs. And 3 boys, ages 16, 14, and 13. They're probably home right now watching Judge Judy. They were charged with gang assault, assault as a hate crime, and criminal possession of a weapon in an unprovoked attack around 10:15 on West 17th Street, 9th Avenue. That's Tao. I have 3 accounts right where they did. Those bastards. The victim, who suffered a broken jaw, cuts to his face, is a 72-year-old man. And hands in the assault was able to make to the local hospital where he was treated for his injury. The NYPD released photos Sunday of the 4 teens who were wanted in the violent incident. As the 4 teens got out of jail, Kevin Spacey pulled up and asked them if they wanted to party. Now, I don't know what that has to do with the story, but that's crazy. Okay, here comes some cops. Meanwhile, in Bible study, Jesus said, "Let there be a time where the..." Okay, all right, they're gone. The old... Oh boy, here comes a couple more. Oh, I don't like how these cops are moving out here, bro. Everybody just shut up and don't say nothing. And God said, "Let there be light, for he is the chosen who not plunder the concept of life and love. For he who diminished the constitutional endeavors should not..." Thank you, guys. Thank you. I think I got warrants. Have to be I have to do my due diligence. Ill-fated skydiver, a lawyer. Now, I've never skydived. I don't know if I have the desire to. First of all, when you skydive for the first time, you're here and there's a dude with his balls on your buttocks because he's got to do the thing. You got a tandem. I don't think you get to go one time without the tandem. I'm really not trying to have a dude. I mean, you're at 10,000 feet and the dude is slightly erect. What are you going to do? Jump off? Hold me closer, tiny dancer. The skydiver who died over the weekend after landing on a Florida front lawn in front of shocked residents has been identified as a 69-year-old lawyer. According to police, Frederick Morello of Ormond Beach perished after slamming to the ground. And I don't know if this is correct. Rev, help me out. Tittyville. He landed in Tittyville around 12:30 p.m. He graduated from Georgetown Law School. Can you imagine? You put in 8, 10, 12 years to be a lawyer. You pass the bar and then you die in a horrific accident like this. He was an experienced skydiver who posted pictures of himself leaping out of planes in a section entitled Fred's Passion. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. All right. That read a quote. Life is not measured by numbers of breaths we take, but by the breathtaking. Turkish president vows U.S. retaliation. Turkey will retaliate for the shooting down of an armed Turkish drone by the United States. Oh no! I hope Turkey doesn't get us. Booze, oops, school driver drama. There's a school driver. You want a drunk school driver driving your kids to school? All right, kids. I'll have you at school in a few minutes, but let me stop by and pick up a 40. I mean some gum. I meant gum. I'm gonna go in the store and get a 40 of gum. A Long Island school bus driver caught drinking while bringing students home last week will not face charges, because police believe she grabbed a hard seltzer without realizing it was alcoholic. Have you seen these hard seltzers? It's a seltzer, but it's got Jack Daniels in it, or vodka. She was drinking a hard seltzer, and they'll get you drunk. The driver, Amal Hanna, 60, told the News of Long Island that she was a teetotaler. That means you don't drink. I'm a teetotaler. Because she's undergoing chemotherapy for cancer, which leaves her unable to taste if drinks are alcoholic. She said she grabbed a White Claw from the fridge she shares with a roommate. Bruh. I understand she went into a store and she got a White Claw, but this took her from her roommate. She don't know her roommate drinks? I'm out of here, bro. She also didn't know that the hypodermic she was shooting heroin was actually heroin. She thought it was something else. I'm being stupid. I'm not doing that. Guys, it's pitch black out here. It's like dark already. I think we're getting ready to get some rain. She gets up every morning just to do her makeup. Gotta do her makeup. When you have a name like Bob, some kid could be able to go, Mom! And it sounds like Bob. Stop! You thinking. So you do this a lot. Huh? What? I didn't teach you? Are you talking to me? You talking to me? You must be talking to me because ain't nobody else here. I'm only doing 3, so don't send me nothing. I'm just doing 3. La da dee, la da da, la da dee, la da. She gets up every morning, she smokes a crack rock. It's a Leo. It's a Leo. You could get a bit emotional today, Kathy. Which really isn't like you. But the good news is that once you have ranted and raved a bit, the air will clear and you will find it much easier to get along with colleagues and loved ones. Here we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Look how smooth it is. Look how smooth it is. Taurus! It's a mighty bull. It's about time we get a mighty bull. Taurus. Here we go. If you must be critical of someone you love, make sure you add some honey to your words. Whatever you may have done wrong, you won't make it better by laboring the point that they failed in a big way. A little understanding is essential today. I like it. Now guys, I've invented what's called the Bob sandwich. All of my management team, all of my partners know about it, and they unfortunately know that when I'm doing it to them. A Bob sandwich is when I need to call up and tell an employee or a manager they've done something wrong. I don't like to hurt anyone. I've never fired anyone in 30 years. If I've had to remove someone from a place or we've had a disagreement, I'll put them at another place. I don't ever want to hurt anyone. I can't. It's not in my nature. Except a few people I've punched in the face over the years. Now, the Bob sandwich goes this way. Here's how a Bob sandwich works. Compliment, the insult, and then the compliment. Gotta be nice, then tell them what it is, and then be nice on the way out. Every now and then I'll get someone who has bad hygiene. And a club will call me up and say, Bob, I like the kid, but he stinks like old baloney. Burnt socks. Guy stinks! I'm gonna call him up. Hey Steve, how's it going, man? How's your mom? Oh great. Hey, you stink. Can't do it. Gotta give a Bob sandwich. Hey Steve, how are you, my friend? Oh great. I just want to call and say you're doing such a great job. Everybody really, really loves you. Yes, absolutely. I do too, and I want to thank you so much for that. And you stink. Your balls smell. It's grotesque and sickening. But I really like your new shoes. They're adorable. Where'd you get them? JCPenney's? That's a Bob sandwich. Gotta give them the good, hit them with the shit, and then give them the good again on the way out the door. The worst ones I have is the you stink. I had one last week. Oh, shit. Where are you going? Or are you going to get someone beat up out here? Me. Had one last week? Hey, buddy, how are you? Hey, Bob. This is how it really went. I go, hey, listen, I want to thank you so much for all you do. Everybody says you're fantastic. Oh, thanks, Bob. That means a lot. No, I mean that. And I appreciate that. I'm thinking of putting you on as manager because you're just that good. Your hospitality is amazing. However, I got a complaint. These guys, they complain about everything. And what was it? Well, do you like play basketball or something sometimes before work? Sometimes. Yeah. I got a call from a management. And by the way, no one knows I'm calling. Just me and you talking right here. I appreciate we keep it that way. They said sometimes your hygiene, maybe your uniform's not ironed, or it's a small coat room. And is there anything I can do to help? What they said I stink? Oh no, they didn't say that. No, you? I've been by you. You smell delicious. Never hurt anybody. It's horrible. It's just that your balls smell, sir. Gemini. And then you got a compliment on the way out. Hey, I really appreciate you. Always on time. The way you work is amazing. But some of the people said that you're a little angry sometimes. But I get it. New York is a tough place. I get angry all the time.
And then just.
But also, you're very handsome. Compliment. You're a piece of shit. Compliment. That's a Bob sandwich. And the problem is, all my new employees or employees I don't talk to that much, they all appreciate the Bob sandwich. Because I never have anybody, I hang up on a high note. But all my managers know the Bob sandwich. So when I try it on a manager, hey Israel, how's it going? Oh, hey Bob, what's up? I just want to tell you that I really appreciate you. You're doing it. Okay, Bob, is this a Bob sandwich coming up here? They're on to my Bob sandwich. And I might even do that to you. Hey, Rev, how's it going? Oh, hi, Bob. How are you? I'm great. Listen, I want to thank you so much. You've helped me so much with the channel. You're amazing, bro. Oh, thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. But you are a little creepy. You're a pretty creepy guy. And but I really like you. You're a really smart person. I like your beard. Bob sandwich. Gemini. Others will expect you to put your nose to the grindstone and work extra hard today. Can you imagine actually putting your nose to a grindstone? Who makes up this shit? That would be horrible. Gemini, do not put your nose to a grindstone. That's just an expression. Work extra hard today, but as all you want to do is play, there is sure to be conflict. Let them know you have no intention of exhausting yourself chasing goals you care nothing about. And last but not least, I'm going to call this one fate, because I'm stopping the wheel. Wherever I stop the wheel, that's where it's going down. Boom, boom. Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay, I was going to crack a blowjob joke, but I think it's predictable at this point every time I do Scorpio. Today, you will not get blowjobs. That's pretty harsh, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to crack that joke, because it's beneath you, the viewer. You have never been the sort to indulge in wishful thinking. Yes, I am. Are you lying? What are you, crazy? I wishful think all the time. And you are not about to start now. Yes, I am. This person's lying to you. You have never been the sort to indulge in wishful thinking. Are you out of your mind? That's all I think about is wishful things. Some of the people you have to deal with today will imagine all sorts of weird and wonderful happenings. Not a single one which is going to occur. That's no blowjobs. I just said there would be no blowjobs. You didn't listen. I was wishful thinking about blowjobs, and now they're telling me some of the people you have to deal with today will imagine all sorts of weird and wonderful things happening. Not a single one which is going to occur. That's bullshit. That's bush league. Let's do it. Let's do birthdays. La da dee, la da da, la da dee, la da. This is where you go get a sandwich, because this is the worst part of the show. Mario Lopez. Go ahead, Mario. Happy birthday, Playboy. I don't know any of these people. A bunch of scrubs. Maya. I love me Maya, the singer. Happy birthday, Maya. Brett Favre. Now, first of all, Brett Favre is a racist douchebag creep. I don't care. I'm a 49er fan, and it's nothing against him being on Green Bay for all those years and with us crushing and kicking his ass every week. Just the horrible stuff. He actually ripped off the community for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. What's this guy up to here? Brett Favre. But his name is spelt. There's no way this could be right. His name is spelt Favre. How do you get the R? V? Favre. The R has to be before the V. If his name was F-A-R-V-E, it would be Favre. But how the hell is his name Brett Favre? You gonna trust a guy that can't even say his own damn name? Brett Favre is caught up in a horrible scandal. He is a big shot in his hometown. He's a big football hero, high school star. Everybody loved him. And then he got out of football and he started doing these deals with the governor, where he was building a volleyball court at the college, and millions of dollars were going his way. And they had text messages. He's being sued. He's going to court. Could end up going to jail. You ain't heard that from me. All right, what else we got here? Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt's dad was called the Intimidator. His dad was the most prolific, next to Tom Petty, or Richard Petty. Tom Petty played guitar and sang. There's a bad girl living in Reseda, go west down Ventura Boulevard. She's a sad girl, lives with her mama, 'cause she's free falling. Now in high school, I used to be free balling, but that was dangerous, very dangerous. Race car driver, 49 years old. He is the son who watched his father killed on a track. I watched his father live, killed on that track. It was horrible. David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth, one of the biggest frontmen in the history of the world. He is the lead singer for Van Halen. They had their falling out, and then he ended up just doing David Lee Roth. And he would do all those shabba dabba doo bop. He's kind of changed his whole style. David Lee Roth went from being worth tens of millions of dollars and doing sold out shows around the world. And he came back to New York, and what did he do? What do rock stars do? Buy a bunch of race cars and live on an island and screw a bunch of chicks? Probably, but that's not what he did. I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, someone around about. He ended up being a paramedic. David Lee Roth, the most famous rock and roll star on the planet, came to New York City. He was arrested buying a dime bag of weed. There was a war going on in Iraq, and the front page was a story about David Lee Roth getting arrested buying a damn dime bag of weed at Washington Square Park. But he came back, and he became a paramedic. So you're having a heart attack in New York. You're on your kitchen floor. The door opens up. The guy says, give him Ringer's Lactate with D5W. Clear. And you look up. David Lee Roth is checking your temperature and squeezing your blood pressure. David Lee Roth. It wasn't a gimmick. He was a EMS worker for years. David Lee Roth. How crazy is that? I think it's pretty cool. Gavin Newsom, he is the governor of California. I don't know nothing about him. 56 years old. I'm just going, hey, I just call him like I saw him. I didn't do this. I didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on me. Tanya Tucker. Tanya Tucker. Country singer. First #1 hit was Delta Dawn. What's those flowers you have on? Could it be a faded rose from time gone by? And did I hear you say you were something here today? I don't even know why I know that song, but I kind of know that song. God bless her, Tanya Tucker. I'm still going around the thing here. I don't see anybody else that I know who the hell they are. I don't know any of these guys. One of my favorite celebrity encounters of all time. One of the coolest guys, and I think an absolute brilliant actor. He has a brother who was an Academy Award-winning actor and a bad boy. His brother was Sean Penn, of what you might not know. I'm trying to look for the date he died here. Oh, he died at age 40. Chris Penn. Chris Penn, you know him from True Romance. You know him from At Close Range. Chris Penn was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Reservoir Dogs. He was so good. He died in, what's the one where you couldn't dance? Kevin Bacon? Someone help me out here. Kevin Bacon, if you danced in that town, you went to jail. Footloose. He was in Footloose. He was a brilliant, brilliant actor. He died very young, at the age of 40. Actor and brother of Sean Penn, who died of a heart disease at the age of 40. All the Right Moves, Funeral, and True Romance. God bless him. I really liked him. I met him and he was so nice. I'm just going through the dial. I don't pick up. I go through the dial. Ben Vereen. I made an absolute fool of myself when I met Ben Vereen. I was a big shot at Motown. He came into the opening of the Motown Cafe. I was standing there. He had just been in a horrific accident. If you know him, he's Chicken George from Roots. Oh, that's LeVar Burton, one of them. But it was Ben Vereen, he's also in Roots. He came to the grand opening. Now, this was one of the biggest nights of all my celebrity nights. I'm there with Brandy and TLC and Salt and Pepper. Anyways, I had just met Mandela, and Ben Vereen standing there with his daughter. And I walked up to him. I had my suit on. I shake his hand. I said, "It's so nice to meet you. What a wonderful week. First I meet Nelson Mandela, and now you." And he looked at me like he wanted to spit in my face. I don't know how that. Anyways, brilliant actor, singer, songwriter, does it all. I'm going to show you guys something now because I think sometimes, Bai Ling. I like her. Crazy little fine-ass Bai Ling. Crazy. I don't know anything about her, actress. But I'm going to show you something here in a second so you guys get a better idea of why it's so hard to pick these names out. I love Benjamin Crump. He is going to be the lawyer. If you are black and you live in America and you were wrong, he's going to be your lawyer. You're going to see him in George Floyd. You're going to see him in any of these things. He don't take no shit. You might call him an ambulance chaser if you want, but if you're a black man or woman and you are hurt by the police or something happens, Benjamin Crump will show up at your door. He's a very effective lawyer. God bless him. Happy birthday, brother. Peter Coyote, another one of these guys. Y'all, I don't know, one of those damn shows. But I'm going to show you why it lags here. Look at this. This is why it's so hard for me to do. There's the pictures, and you just have to do this. And there's Maya. Boom. And there's David Lee Roth. Boom. And you just, Brett Favre. So look at how many there are. So I don't want anybody bitching and moaning, "Oh, Mom, you're a piece of crap." That's true. I am a piece of crap. But how dare you? All right, famous deaths. Let's get out of here. This is going on too long. Famous deaths. And what's today's date? 10/10? 10/10 New York wins? Alright, I'm sorry guys. No wonder there's only 56 people in here. Okay, I've talked about it on my show many times. I've had, as you know, I've had many celebrity encounters. Some are great, some are shit. One of the best, I brought him up on my show many times. I think he's the most handsome man I've ever seen in real life. He was just as statuesque, brilliantly handsome. He had like an aura about him. I'm not into guys, but I wouldn't even, he's too good for me. Not into guys, but he was too good for me anyway. I was in awe of him. Strapping, statuesque, but kind and loving, being tugged at by everybody. Christopher Reeve. Superman. Spent over an hour with him at Planet Hollywood, talking and joking, and he was just so sweet and so nice, and you're looking at him, you're like, my God, he's handsome. His jaw is chiseled. I got a great David Spade story. He ripped me off. David Spade ripped me off for Saturday Night Live. Anyways, Christopher Reeves was just a brilliantly handsome and kind and nice man. And then the next time he came in, he was in a wheelchair. He was an equestrian. He rode horses. That was his love, his passion. He jumped horses. They jumped. And you have to remember, when you're on the back of one of these jumping horses, you're 6-7 feet up in the air. Then you jump, you land wrong, snapped his neck, took everything he had from him except for his will to live. And he was completely quadriplegic, completely paralyzed. He would use this little thing to steer, move the wheelchair around like that, and you can see that it just destroyed everything. Star of the 1978 Superman was tragically paralyzed in a 1995 horseback riding incident. He received a Screen Actors Guild in 1998. He passed away in 2004 at the age of 52. Very, 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 one of my really bad celebrity memories. Yul Brynner. There he is. Yul Brynner, the badass. Yul Brynner looked like the kind of guy who'd go up and slap you in the face if you said something wrong. Died in 1985 at the age of 65. Russian-Swiss actor known for his typecast roles. As a Stern, he was the King and I, and the Ten Commandments. Just brilliant. Orson Welles. Orson Welles. Look at this guy. What the hell? Doesn't even look like Orson Welles. Orson Welles was, to this day, considered one of the greatest directors of all time. He's a Taurus, by the way. He's a Taurus. Every year they do the best film of all time, and almost every year Citizen Kane wins it. Citizen Kane, if you haven't seen it, is a story about a huge tycoon born with nothing, adopted as a child. So like a takeoff on J. Paul Getty. He becomes this newspaper man, owns the newspapers, but he's very, very, very wealthy. He collects art from all over the world. He's the most famous man on the planet. He can make a president or break a president. He's that influential. Anyways, when he dies, he actually dies at the beginning of the film.
Where are you staying? Are you staying?
And he says, Rosebud. Rosebud. And the whole movie is now flashbacks of his life growing up and all this, and newspapers around the world trying to find out what was Rosebud. Was it a former lover? Was it something that he held near and dear? Well, at the very end of the film we find out, because they're cleaning out his mansion. He had millions of mansions, but they're cleaning out his mansions. He has treasures from all over the world. The most grandiose treasures from Egypt and just the Ark of the Covenant. Anything you could imagine he has. Tens of millions of dollars worth of these things. And they're carting them off gently. And they're carting them off gently. And they're filling up museums and warehouses full of all his stuff. And they never did find out what Rosebud was. And at the very end of the movie, you see a worker pick up an old wooden sled. A sled that many of you had as a child. The kind of sled, it was just a little wooden sled worth $2. And he throws it into the fire to burn it. And as the fire crackles around this wooden thing, it says Rosebud. Beautiful. Never forgot. Anyways, one of the best movies of all time. Eddie Cantor. I don't care. Singer, actor. I don't care. Solomon Burke, soul singer. Alex Karras, wonderful player. He played for the Lions. Ended up having a show. He was on the show Webster. He was Webster's stepdad on the show. Not to be confused with What You Talking About, Willis. That's a different show. Let's see, what do I got here? I don't know what he did name. This is where the show gets bad. This is where you go get a soda. I've told you that many times. That's it. That's all she wrote. Note for note. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm not going to talk about my 49ers. I don't think it would be prudent at this juncture, especially if you're a Raider fan. To have a team that's 5-0, and I think I have something to do with what's going on with the team, to be honest with you. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm sorry it got a little dull there. I hope that everybody has a beautiful day. I ask you to please be kind, reach out and do something. Think of my friend Tom. This ring should have been on his finger when he passed away, and I neglected to send it, and that will haunt me forever. Think about your Tom. Think about your brother, your cousin, your friend, and maybe you want to reach out and say hi to someone, because tomorrow they may not be here to hear your hi. Maybe it's me. What if I die today? You're going to say, yo, I could have gotten the comments. I could have said, hey, Boogie Bob, your show is shit. But I didn't do it. Now he'll never know how shitty his show was. Well, I got news for you. I know how shitty it is. Valerie Wood fainted from dehydration. I have done that myself. God bless you, Valerie. I hope you're okay. Treating RJ, thank you so much. My dear friend Tom Swemmer's in the house. God bless you, Tom. Thank you so much. Please be safe on your motorcycle. Jason Francis, I go to your page every day, player. You ain't posted no bad shorties in at least a week. Kevin Butler, how you feeling? God bless you. Joe Hernandez, you already know I love you, my friend. Mighty Bulls in the house. Boom, 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 boom. He's in the room. It's the Mighty Bull. Liberty, God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tammany, we already know you are the mom of the group. Everybody loves you, except Jason Francis. He sent me an email the other day. He says, Bob, I love your show, but I don't like Tammany. And I thought that was really uncool of you, Jason. Sugar Bay, God bless you. Karina, thank you. You have been so supportive and amazing. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you all. God bless you. Let's talk again soon. Don't be a jerk.